Escaping from prison. It's a near impossible feat, but throughout history, some daring and ingenious individuals have managed to break free from the most secure prisons in the world. Today, we're counting down the top 3 most unbelievable prison escapes of all time. From the notorious Alcatraz, to an audacious plan in World War II, and the jaw-dropping escape of El Chapo. These are the prison breaks that defied all odds. The Great Escape from Alcatraz. The infamous maximum security prison located on an isolated island in the middle of San Francisco Bay. It housed some of the most dangerous criminals in the United States, and it was believed to be inescapable. But in 1962, 3 men would prove everyone wrong. Frank Morris, a brilliant man with an exceptionally high IQ, and brothers John and Clarence Anglin, came up with an audacious plan. For months, they chipped away at the walls of their cells using stolen spoons. They concealed their work behind cardboard and managed to create holes just big enough to squeeze through. But that wasn't the only trick up their sleeve. They made lifelike dummy heads from soap, toilet paper, and hair from the prison barber shop. These heads were placed in their beds at night, giving the impression they were sound asleep while they worked in secret. On the night of June 11, 1962, their plan went into action. After crawling through the holes in their cells, they climbed up a utility corridor and reached the roof. From there, they scaled down the outside walls of the prison and made their way to the shoreline. With nothing but makeshift life vests and a raft constructed from over 50 stolen raincoats, they ventured into the freezing waters of San Francisco Bay. The current was strong, the water ice cold, and their homemade raft far from reliable. To this day, no one knows for sure what happened to them. Did they drown in the treacherous waters, or did they make it to freedom? Despite extensive searches, their bodies were never found. The escape from Alcatraz remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. The Great Escape from World War II. Our second incredible escape comes straight out of the darkest days of World War II. At a prisoner of war camp in Nazi Germany, Allied forces plotted one of the most audacious escape plans ever devised. The camp, Stalag Luft III, housed some of the most determined prisoners of war, many of them skilled pilots and officers. In 1944, after months of secret planning, the prisoners began digging not just 1, but 3 tunnels under the noses of their captors. These tunnels were codenamed Tom, Dick, and Harry. The goal? To get 200 men out from beneath the fences and into freedom. The engineering behind this escape was nothing short of extraordinary. The tunnels were over 30 feet deep, reinforced with wood scavenged from their beds and other furniture. They created rudimentary ventilation systems and even forged fake identity papers and civilian clothing to blend in once they reached the outside. On the night of March 24, 1944, the plan finally went into motion. One by one, prisoners crawled through the tunnel known as Harry, which stretched over 100 meters beyond the prison fences. 76 men made it out before the guards discovered the plan. But freedom was short-lived for most of them. Of the 76, only 3 successfully escaped to safety. Tragically, the remaining 73 were recaptured, and 50 were executed on direct orders from Hitler, who was enraged by the escape. Though the Great Escape ended in tragedy for many, it became a symbol of courage, determination, and the will to defy tyranny, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Our final prison break involves one of the most notorious criminals in modern history, Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán. As the leader of the powerful Sinaloa cartel, El Chapo was known for his ruthless control of the drug trade. After being captured and placed in the maximum security Altiplano prison in Mexico, authorities thought he was finally under control. But they underestimated him. On the night of July 11, 2015, El Chapo simply disappeared from his cell. What the guards discovered next left them in shock. Directly beneath his shower was a 1.5-kilometer-long tunnel that led straight out of the prison. The tunnel was a feat of engineering, complete with ventilation, lighting, and even a motorbike mounted on rails to transport El Chapo through the underground passage. It had been dug right under the noses of prison authorities, and the cartel had spent months planning and executing the escape. El Chapo's men had rented a house near the prison and used heavy equipment to dig the tunnel. When the time came, he slipped through the hole in his cell floor, jumped on the motorbike, and rode to freedom. By the time anyone realized what had happened, he was long gone. Though he was recaptured in 2016 after months on the run, this escape cemented El Chapo's reputation as a criminal mastermind, capable of outsmarting even the most secure institutions. These 3 escapes prove one thing: with enough determination, intelligence, and sometimes a bit of luck, even the most secure prisons in the world can be breached. But at what cost? Could you escape? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, which escape impressed you the most? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.